G'day, my name is Craig and welcome to my channel. This is a short follow-up video to the Squid Part 3. Now I have trimmed the top and the back, ready to smooth it all out for the binding channels to go in. I mentioned that I'd made a error in cutting out the back, and I cut it too close to where it should have been, and it's resulted in it would have been a bit of a gap here. Now I put in a piece of other Blackheart sassafras here and glued it on because it wasn't a straight line, it was a curved line. It's not so easy to glue on, and you can actually obviously see that line down there. Now when I put the binding on, it's going to cover some of that, but there's still going to be some showing. So what I wanted to try and do is to see if I can improve upon that and make it less visible. Now, this being in a creamy light coloured section of the Blackheart sassafras, it makes it more difficult to clean up and make it invisible. So I've tried a few other possible ways to try and work out the best way to improve this. So I'm going to gouge a larger gap in here, which will be a little bit larger than what this one is, and see if I can also fill that one in a nice way. If that works, I'll then try it on the guitar. Okay, hopefully, yes, I think we can see that. That gap is wider than what it is on the guitar, and if we can fill that and make it almost invisible, we'll then try it on the guitar. Now I've just marked on here the ends of that line, so I know where I have to put my glue. Now we'll get our 240 grit paper. And I mean, it looks a little bit better already. But still visible. Just add a little bit more material. Plenty of dust. Okay, now some tight bonds. Now it won't want to stick very well to this, so I'm going to have to put quite a bit on. Just make sure it's going to cover that line. Now I'm just going to let that settle for maybe 5 minutes perhaps. Let it sink into the actual grains in our little gap that we have there. Alright, it's been sitting there for a little over 5 minutes now. I want to remove the bulk of the tight bond without taking off the bottom layer closest to the wood. So very gently, just try taking off the top layer. Okay, so there's still a reasonable amount there. We don't want to take it all. If you try and take it all off, the glue that's stuck to the dust that's in the groove will just come out with it. So we're going to let it dry now for half an hour or so, and we'll see what happens when we come back. Let's have a look at how we've gone there. You can certainly see that white sort of line. Alright, so you can see the line, but I think it certainly looks better than what it was. Just digging into the channel that was made when I glued the two surfaces together. I'll remove any of the old glue that was there, or at least on the top. So about 0.3, 0.4 millimeters. Okay, I've applied our method to the squid once, and I think we've got certainly an improvement upon what it was before. Not perfect though, you can still see a little bit there, a little bit over there, but maybe I can give it another go at those areas there and see if we can fix that up as well. I might leave it though now until I do the bindings. Then I'll come back and have a look at those couple of little pieces there, see what's actually left there after the binding is put on. But I think it's improvement now. I think we can look at the squid, and if you didn't know it was there and you weren't looking for it, you probably wouldn't see that too much, especially if we can get these other two little areas there fixed up. I know part of the reason why it didn't work so well is I could still see after I removed some of the material with my knife, I could still see a dark line there indicating the glue that was still in there. I hadn't got it all out. So it's probably more of a process error rather than a method error. And I think if we just fix up those little parts there, it'll be not perfect, but I think pretty good. So now I think we can say that the squid has been resuscitated enough to proceed on the next process that we have, which will be putting the binding on, and we'll get to that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.